Welcome everybody to Backgrounds Matter. I'm Bethany and I'm an art teacher as well as an artist and author, and today I'm going to be talking about why your backgrounds are actually important for the rest of your work. This may seem a bit like a no-duh sort of thing, but my students, a surprising amount of them, just don't consider backgrounds at all. So today I'm going to be talking about digital backgrounds especially, and later I'll be talking about actual traditional backgrounds for your art. So let's get started. So here I have a drawing I did in a live stream called the Poke Pool. Very cute, I'm very pleased with it. And the first thing I'm going to do is mark out where I want my background to be with the rectangle marquee. So I'm going to have a little border, and then largely the background behind the Pokemon will be one color or a series of one color. So I center it, create some new layers to put the background on, and I'll start with yellow. And then I'll inverse it to select the border, and I'm going to make that, I'm actually going to pick from within the colors of the Pokemon. So I'm going to take the eyedrop tool and start with Ekans. I kind of like that dark purple rosy thing he's got going on. Oops. Oh, I meant to put them on two separate layers and I didn't click the right layer. So fill that in here and I'll give it its own layer in a minute. But I don't really like that yellow background. It's not really working. So I'm going to try the blues of the water. And maybe more the yellow-green of the pool. So with digital, you can see it's very easy to change things, especially solid colors, because you just fill it in with the paint bucket tool. Then you can try a whole lot of different schemes. So the green here, very grassy. However, the Pokemon didn't show up so well, so I lighten it and they look really nice. I think this is actually what I'm going to work with for the rest of the video. However, the Pokemon don't really stand out too much from the background. It's just kind of a plain thing. So I'm going to take my brush tool, make it big, bigger, okay, not that big. And I'm going to give the Pokemon little background shadow highlights. One of those. For Growlith, it'll be a highlight, and I'm going to try some shadows for Ekans and Zubat. You can also easily change how these colors mix with the layer behind it by changing the, I don't know what it's called, but up here they always start out as normal, and so let's flick through some of them. Here, I like the hard light ones, so I'll pick this one. And you can see backing up, Growlith has a little bit of a highlight because he's lighter than the rest of the scene. Now for Ekans and Zubat, I'm again going to pull out some of those darker colors from Ekans, and I'll put it a little behind and a little above him, and then erase the edges so that it's not just a circle. This is kind of his drop shadow of that gloomy feeling of I don't like this. Fun fact, Ekans isn't afraid of Growlith splashing. He's just afraid of the pool. That's why he's got his Team Rocket floaties. And again, I'm going to change the layer mode so that it mixes with the background a bit, changing its color, and then I'm going to lower the opacity so that it's more of a subtle thing. Because you definitely want the subjects here, the actual Pokemon, to be the first thing you see. So these backgrounds are not just to complement and prop up what is before them, it's to help highlight them. It's to help highlight them and to draw your viewer's attention to certain things first, certain things last, or even to hide things. And I do the same process I did with Ekans to Zubat, and I kind of stretch it to fit. So, now that I have these, obviously Growlith is the first thing you see because he's got that lighter patch behind him, and human eyes we're drawn to the lightest object in a piece of art first. And I also play with the opacity a bit because, I don't want it to be the first thing the viewer sees. I want it to be Growlith. Growlith is the first thing. But, ooh, I like that. Yeah, with these patchy highlights and shadows though, it does look patchy. So let's play with colors a bit more to see if we can't fix that. By changing it to blue, it automatically pulled things together a bit more because the shadows of Ekans and Zubat were already that blue. You got the blue of the water behind Growlith, and you still kept his highlight. However, nice as it is, I decided not to go with these bluer backgrounds because I want mine to kind of imply it's a sunny, hot day outside. So I'm actually going to change it to some warmer colors. I still kept to the blue-green family, but I made it a warmer tone of it to better say, hey, it's hot outside, that's why the Pokemon broke out the kiddie pool, let's have some summer fun. I actually have two background layers. You see if I turn one off here, the color changes. And that's because I turn the opacity way down so that the colors kind of mix together. You could easily do this just by filling it with that single color though. I still kept Growlith's highlight, but I turned off Ekans and Zubat. You see with the two purple Pokemon shadows, it's just a bit too much. And while I love Ekans' shadow, it really adds to his gloom, then it's unbalanced with Zubat having nothing. So I thought it was better to just turn them off. This Friday, I'll be doing another live stream with some Pokemon. I have a little deck of Pokemon cards. I draw 3 at random, and then draw them with pencils. Draw, draw, draw. I'm sure there's a pun in there if I can think of it. But tune in to bookwyrmbeth on Twitch TV this Friday at 1 if you'd like to see what we can come up with next. So that is how you could easily create a digital background and some advice of why it's important. Thanks for watching. I hope you will subscribe. Click the video if you want to watch some other art tips of mine. And look for the next video that will be about a watercolor background and how you can get some cool effects. Right? Can't wait to hear from you guys. Leave comments below. I'll see you next time. Bye!